Okay, hello everyone. I'm Jonathan Susilo Effendi, and today in this delightful occasion, we're gonna talk about communicative test design for language assessment using C tests. Okay, so this is for my midterm project, and let's let's start. So first, we're gonna talk about the outline. Okay, so for part one, we're gonna talk about communicative test design, and then for part two, we're gonna talk about C test case study, and then is including task development and scoring, justification and comparison, and then conclusion. Okay, now we move to part one. So, what is communicative task design? Okay, um, communicative test aim to measure how learners use language in real context. So, we have to focus on meaning, interaction, and real life tasks. Okay, and the key features are authenticity, integrativeness, contextualization, and interactivity than scoreability. Okay, okay. Now we're gonna move to the principles of communicative task design. Okay, so there are five simple rules. Okay, so first, authenticity. So it must be real and useful, okay, because we wanna talk in real world language use. And number two is integrativeness. Yeah, so we want to combine skills. Okay, it makes many skills, okay, like reading and grammar. And number three is contextualization. Okay, so it should be um, have meaning. Okay, so not just words, but also learner engagement. And number five is scoreability. So scoreability, um, it must be fair and easy to score. Okay, so for part two, we're gonna move to case study for C test scenario. So imagine we have 30 students who just finished their intermediate English course, and we want to test their reading, grammar, and vocabulary all at once. So we have to use C tests. Okay, the purpose is so we can be efficient and integrative in doing assessment. So for the task one, developing the C test. Okay, so to make the C text, we first pick two short texts. Okay, and then each one has around 80 to 100 words like that, and then we're gonna delete the second half of uh, every word, every second word, starting from the second sentence, and then students must fill fill in the missing parts. Okay, so we're gonna ensure different topics for vocabulary and grammar range, and then we want to apply delation rules starting from the second tense. Okay, now we have the technology in daily life. This is the text. Technology has changed the way people communicate and work. Many students use smartphones to access information quickly and to learn new skills through online platforms. However, too much screen time can also lead to distraction and reduce face to face interaction. Now, we want to see how the test should be. Move to the next slide. Okay, this is the C-test version for the the text that we read before. Okay, so gonna be looks like this. Now for the text number two. Okay, um, this is the C-test version for text number two. Okay, um, we're gonna read it, um, complete it. Okay, traveling allows people to experience new cultures, okay, language and life, lifestyle. It helps students develop empathy, yeah, and understanding towards others. When individuals travel abroad, they often learn to adapt to different customs and ways of communication. Okay, now we move to the scoring guide. Um, so for 1 point, um, is about correctly restored work. Yeah, we can see who's at which level. Okay, high score means advanced, middle scores mean intermediate, and low scores mean they need more practice. Okay, this is how we scoring it. So for um, 0.5 point partially correct or just a minor error, and then for 0 point incorrect or blank. Okay, so for example, communicate. Okay, so if the student can complete the work to communicate, then the student deserve 1 point. Okay, now for the total score is equal sum of correct responses. Okay, this is the proficiency level. Um, 85 to 100% is considered as advanced. Um, 70 till 84% considered as upper intermediate, and then 55 till 69% considered as intermediate, and then below 55% considered as low proficiency. Okay, now we talk about a justification. Um, so for the justification, me personally choose this text, the text, those texts that we talked before. Uh, I choose the text because the topics are fun and familiar, and then I use C test because C test helps to check how students really use English, especially in real world communication. Okay, in every possible conversation, in every circumstances. Okay. Now, um, CTES aligns with communicative principles by integrating grammar and vocabulary too, and then CTES are efficient, reliable, and fair for large classes. Okay, it is fast, fair, and easy for large classes. Now, last but not least, we have a conclusion. So, for the conclusion, the C test, I think the C test helps teachers check overall English and um, yeah, the whole English skills easily. Okay, not not difficult for teacher. Okay, and it is reliable, practical, and perfect for intermediate students. Okay, um, it combines reliability, practicality, and linguistic integration. And it's ideal for assessing intermediate English students, of course, for large classes. Okay, that's all from me. Hope my explanation for these topics are meaningful enough for the ones who need it. I'm Jonathan Susilo Effendi, sign out. Thank you so much.